What's up? Is this thing running? I think it is. We're going to talk a little bit about the DC Cinematic Universe and where it is heading today. So, I just want this to be kind of like a bunch video, where I talk about a bunch of stuff that I think of and kind of opinionated facts that I've built from the last movies I've seen. The new Superman, it was alright. I rewatched it 3 times. So I don't want to hear, oh, you watch it 1 time. I watched the movie 3 times. The first time I loved it because I was like, oh, this is really like, I got to see Lex actually like a supervillain because I felt like he never really had a crew. You just kept seeing Lex with like these dudes in the Snyderverse. I didn't like, that's the one thing I hated about the Snyderverse was Lex. And I felt like right when he became Lex, which he wasn't even Lex, I think he was like Lex's son. I don't know what they were, like, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I hated how Snyder did Lex Luthor. Everything else, I've never had a gripe with, but he did end up fixing Lex. Oh, and right when he fixed them, the whole series got rebooted. Everything James Gunn has touched, he has not taken any accountability for. Now, let's talk, what happened with Blue Beetle? I'm going to keep bringing this back up. James Gunn, didn't he help make that movie? Wasn't he Mr. Oh, this is going to be a great DC movie? This could be the branch off to his DC franchise along with the Suicide Squad. But then that hit so poorly with the audiences. One thing I loved about Blue Beetle, I liked the family aspects. I liked how the suit looked. And I didn't think it was a bad movie. But was it a good ground starter for the DC Cinematic Universe? No. And it's arguably, was that part of the Snyderverse? What was Blue Beetle? Where does Blue Beetle take place? All I know is James Gunn's name was somewhere in that movie. And every time he touches something, it seems like he doesn't know where he wants to go afterwards. Like, he makes a project, and if people don't like it, he panics, and he's like, all right, let's rework this. Like, I remember him first saying he's gonna set up this slate for the DC Cinematic Universe that is outstanding, and then he started trickling, I'm gonna actually change the tone a little bit. It's not gonna be as bright, and we're gonna have different variant. It's like he always has to cover his own booty every time a scenario pops up. And now to get into his movies in general, I don't mind humor, but he's got to stop pooping on Superman. I think one of James Gunn's greatest weaknesses are the film that he took the most accountability for, which was Superman. He's literally said, as a character, he's not used to doing character movies like Superman. So if he's not used to doing character movies like Superman, why did he make Superman first? Yeah, that's my argument. Like, he should have started off maybe with Lanterns. Now, that would have been a risky move considering how bad Green Lantern was, even though now that I look back, the movie wasn't that bad because look at the Green Lantern we got going on now. He used the real Green Lantern and turned him into the joke Green Lantern. That guy was the voice of actual Hal Jordan. We're going to take that from him? No, we're going to turn him into jokes about Blondie Green Lantern because it's funny, right? We're going to mock him a little bit, right? We're going to make him look like an idiot. Luckily, he's such a cool actor. He was able to play off the character that they made me like him. I was like, all right. But if he were to dress like that and he wasn't a good actor, that Green Lantern would have been complete trash. Like, I don't know if he was trying to embarrass the idea of Green Lantern. If you're trying to make a funny joke like, hey, here's my Green Lantern, you thought Ryan Reynolds was bad. I probably said, instead of trying to make a better Lantern, first I'm going to do one really bad so that it'll lower their standards so that when I come out with the Lanterns movie, this is what I would do as a creative. I went to Flashpoint for college. That's what I would do as a creative. Oh, let me throw a little lesser movie out there and then come out with the real deal so that, like, the real franchise, so that he can please the audience, like kind of trick the audience into thinking that Green Lantern was a better movie than it was. And I'm just not a fan of that style. Like, I see what he's doing, and it's like, yeah, oh yeah, you can come back with a rated R Superman film. But that's not how Man of Steel started. Man of Steel had its own independence. It was an actual Superman movie. I don't feel like this was a Superman movie. This was a Justice Friends movie. We saw the Justice Friends in this Superman movie with the Crypto the dog, Mr. Fantastic. I don't need to see Mr. Terrific. But it's like, I don't need to see that in the movies. And I really hope he's listening to criticism. I don't know if him and his boys go out and party like that in real life. And maybe that's why he thought, oh, I got something special for y'all in Peacemaker that you're going to love like me and my boys love. No. Guess what, Mr. Gunn? We do not love... Oh, no. No. Your Shilly friends love your movie. Like, it is untouchable. We are a crazy cult following if we like anything Snyderverse. So we should go start praying quickly because we like the Snyderverse and we're a cult. False. I think it's a cult. All these people chiming in because of one movie that came out, and then he stole the franchise from Snyder, threw in his little Justice League characters, and said, here's the Suicide Squad. He even stole a majority of Snyder's actors. When I say stole, they left. That's on them. But he enticed them to come in with a contract, and he still, to this day, hasn't... It's like he said, all right, this is going to get deep. He said Superman and Lex Luthor were kind of both written based on him. Like, they're two versions of him that he wrote. That already, and that's probably why we're getting them kind of teaming up in the next movie. I just feel like he's putting too much of himself into the films. And that's just not going to work out because his style is like rebellious hero style, like Guardians of the Galaxy. His style is not going to work for the crazy, oh yes, I am a superhero. Of course I am. Like, I don't think he gets he gets cheesy, but it's like, I'm Superman. Oh, my dog. Like, Superman, this is how I picture it. Like, this is how he had, where's the dog? Let me show you how you could really do this. Where's the dog? You have done enough, Lex Luthor. Like, he didn't have the presence of Lex, you have done enough, and it stops with Crypto. Like, if you want to get cheesy Superman, you let him be cheesy Superman. My underpants? You notice those, really. Like, there's so many ways he could have made him seem cooler. Instead, he looked like a pathetic guy who just graduated high school, who was whining, I've been honest with everybody. Don't you see my cape? Don't you see my cape? I'm so nice. But then he'll yell at Lois. He had more of an attitude with Lois Lane. I think that was his best scene. When he got snapped on Lois and then she had to tell him to leave. What happened to that energy? He should have been using that version of himself for Lex. Now, I'm not going to blame the actor. It's James Gunn vision. He's like, oh no, we want you to be huggable. You know what's huggable? The guy who caught the bus without flinching. That's huggable. Not the guy who's like, I'm human. I'm human. You're not human, Superman. You're not even from the same star system as us. Like, I don't want to be relatable. I don't need Superman to be relatable. What makes Superman Superman is he is unrelatable. He is untouchable, and that is the way a Superman movie should be made. That's why the Snyder version was good, because he toned him down to where he had human emotions, but he still didn't really... Like, he's like, yeah, a lot of people died. Like, when you really listen, that's why he went in the court surrendered. Because he's like... He still seemed alien, didn't he? Like, there's something always a little off. Like, yeah, I'm on your planet. breaks out of the... But it wasn't like... And then we get the guy, what do you mean? I got my hypno shades. Yeah. I've never seen Superman act like that. I have never in my day. The Superman, like the perfect scene from the Snyderverse was when Superman was walking up to Batman. And I think this was the best, one of my favorite lines Henry Cavill said. He's like, if I wanted it, you'd be dead already. That alone is more powerful than any statement that Corn Sweat. I hope that's really that Corn Sweat has made. And he's just, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to destroy his. Like I said, there was a lot of cool things. Like, I like the engineer. I thought she was a cool character. Kind of rushed out. And for a character that can do anything with her imagination, and then she just kind of makes wires and spins her arms, I'm like, maybe he shouldn't have done that character because he doesn't have visual imagination. And that's a stretch for him to write a character like that. Because when you have imagination, she'd be doing some trippy Matrix stuff. You don't have her like, oh, I'm trying to stop Superman. Oh, I must stop this man. No, I don't need to hear that the whole time. I don't. I need her to be like, all right, you want to see something different, Superman. Like, all the characters were whining the entire film. Like, all right. Anywho, I digress. And if we backpedal back to right when the Snyderverse died, I am really curious as to what the Flash movie originally was supposed to be. I can tell you 100,000% that script was nothing like the movie that we watched. And I want to release the true Flash movie with the true ending so that it could probably blend with Snyder's a lot better too. Where it's not like just destroying the timeline. And then where do we leave Flash? He never got back to his original timeline? Where did Flash go? Somebody write that in the comments because it's driving me nuts. I don't know. That's why I keep saying James Gunn has to be a sleeper agent. He has to be this agent for Marvel where he's just literally pooping on Marvel. No, not pooping on Marvel. He's making DC, he's giving it more plot holes when it didn't even have plot holes. Now we got plot holes in DC. What's the first thing he did? No, Peacemaker. It's connected to the first season, but plot hole, it's really not. It's not connected to the first season. It's a different one. So is this even this? So this Peacemaker is not the same as you. So we're just in another. He loves these knockoff timelines. And I remember him saying when the Peacemaker show was going to come out, he was going to have a set few timelines that he was going to focus on. He's focused on none of them. He keeps switching. He hopped from like one universe to the other just in Peacemaker. Who knows? Do you guys know what's going on? Or are you guys just taking it as it comes? Because that's what I'm trying to figure. As an audience goer, as a regular moviegoer, are you getting what's happening? Or are you just like, oh, I see what he's trying to... Are you just supporting the reboot? Because the story makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason anymore. Snyder was building up to the Nightmare, which was going to be like an Injustice movie. And then we were going to have Darkseid. Where is this leading? I don't need to see another man's dick skin floating around. I don't. I don't even know if I could keep that in this video, but I didn't see that once in the Snyderverse. So I say everybody who supports Gunn, you're supporting seeing dick showing up on screen because that's what you want to see in your DC franchise. I didn't know it was the Dick Cinematic Universe. And like, there are literally more dick-sucking jokes in that than anything I've ever watched in my life. Like, I've never heard something like that. And you know what? If I get flagged for this, so be it. Flag me. I don't care anymore. I'm uploading this exactly how it is, and we're going to have to worry about it later. I'm just... And I'm going to throw this out there. Does anybody remember the Supergirl from Flash? Why recast her? She just got the role. It's not even like she would... I think the original Supergirl from the Flash movie should have been the Supergirl in this movie. Sorry. You can keep Momoa, but you can't just keep the Supergirl that you helped making the Flash. It's like he's so afraid of his own mistakes. He's like, hey, even though I made this, and I made a pretty decent Supergirl, let's just rewire it. And nobody liked it. I gotta redo it. Where's your authenticity? Where are your... I've never seen something like this before. I've never seen a studio care more about mocking the heroes than the actual plot line. Now the reason the first season of Peacemaker and the reason the Suicide Squad work that James Gunn made was because Zack Snyder had such a serious base timeline that he built that when James Gunn came, it was like a fun Brighton taste. It was like, oh, it's cool to see the Suicide Squad, and almost like in their mindset, the DC universe was silly. But I think when you go back to the heroes, it should be serious again. You can't have it all goofy. It's like Marvel, but worse. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think James Gunn's going to fix this? We had Peacemaker flying. I know he's a villain, but he's flying around as a literal Nazi in this show. A Nazi. I don't even like getting into politics, period. Why the fuck did you put it in my DC fantasies? I don't care what comic that is. Now is not the time where we're having serious stuff go on our planet. Talking about, oh, man, it's good to steal. I can't get over that scene. It's good to steal blood money. We won't be cursed. Like, that's not what kids should be watching. Maybe the adults can laugh at that. But if you made this for kids, Gunn, like you said, why am I seeing dicks and Nazis? I'm just disappointed. Anything else I want to cover for wrapping this video up? Yeah, that's a hard note to end on. I didn't even mean to make that pun. Look, I'm a big fan of DC. I got a whole Wonder Woman keychain. Like, it's Gal Gadot Lego. I don't want to see what he does to Wonder Woman. Let's not boys out Wonder Woman, please. I like her respectable and honor about to ruin it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm not gonna drag this out. I'm not gonna hold you here. Thank you guys for all tuning into my last video. My channel's been in a rut as of late. I'm stuck. I've been trying to build it up, and I'm gonna keep making my videos, but at least we're getting more views kind of rolling in now. I love talking to y'all. It's a great, YouTube is a hobby of mine, a great hobby of mine where I can express myself, where I can edit, because I love editing, I love making videos, and sometimes I like hearing myself talk. I'm joking. That's actually my least favorite part of the video. I actually cringe watching myself. That's just how it is. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Are you guys liking where this DC's heading? Do you think Blue Beetle was actually part of the DC? Like, was Blue Beetle part of the new DC or the old one? Are they just gonna rewrite that too? Oh, that was basically, or is Blue Beetle kind of like the Venom verse of Marvel, where it was like, we don't know what to do with this one. I don't know. I'm just hoping for better days when it comes to comic book movies. I really am. I'm going to be focusing on my movie reviews and concept theories, probably moving forward for the next year. If you guys enjoy my short films or want me to make more serious films, I don't take myself that seriously because I don't really have a huge crew to work with besides like family members and myself. But if you guys want something serious, I can always do something serious. If you guys want to see something original, I can do that too. But I do have plans. I have a video plan that's connected to Avengers Doomsday. It's just a little fun thing. It's not going to be, it's not nothing big, but it's nothing big. I'm not in Marvel. Relax. They wouldn't call me. I scare them. All right. Anywho, toodles. It's been great talking to you. Bye bye. Tragic.